Hey guys, this week's fundamental is number 23, think team first. It's not about you. Don't let your ego or personal agenda get in the way of doing what's best for the team. Be there for each other and be willing to step into another role or help a coworker when that's what's required for success. Help each other to succeed. Make sure every decision is based solely on advancing team goals and doing what's best for the customer. So, this is something that everybody should work on every day. The team atmosphere, right? I know we're all individuals, we all have our own personal goals. Everybody's working for themselves per se because you all make, your own paycheck. But think of it this way. If you have a team atmosphere attitude, everybody's going to benefit. So some days there may be that you might not get the best of it and somebody's got a better deal, right? That's just how it's going to have to be because we're trying to service the customer. If we don't have a customer, then we have no business. So there are going to be some days that somebody's going to get more than you. There's going to be some days that that person's going to get less than you. It's all going to even out at the end. We just have to make sure that we're all doing our part and trying to pull our own weight to make sure that everybody can do the best for Duval and we can succeed the best that we can, right? So everybody should just be doing what they're assigned, shouldn't be questioning what somebody else is doing. Why does somebody get something different? That's for us in dispatch to decide based on what's best for the customer. And that's how we decide everything. Nobody has any vendettas against anybody. This is all strictly based on what's best for the customer and how can we succeed that way, right? So I'm going to make sure one day if I see that somebody has less loads or is not making as much, I do my very best to make sure that I'm going to tack that on later in the week to try to help that person out to make sure they get what's theirs. So if you ever feel like you're not getting enough, just give us a call in the office. We can explain all of that. Some things that I'd like everybody to work on going into the next year in the team atmosphere, if you'd like to call it, reporting faulty equipment. Fueling trucks that are spares after you've used them. These are things that I would call team play, right? When you have a spare truck, please don't just drop it off in the yard and leave it empty for the next person to fuel. You should be fueling your trucks each day at the end of your shift, and that includes the spare equipment, right? Also on the tanks that you use if they're spares. Let's make sure that we're reporting those if there's flat tires, if they have hose problems, whatever it may be. Those things, we need to help out our fellow drivers and not just drop something into somebody else's plate because all you're doing is you're not solving the problem. You're just passing the problem on to the next person. And we're in the problem-solving business, believe it or not. It's not just trucking. We're trying to solve the problem every day, whether it's Imerys loading, whether it's customers can't get their dirt, whether there's stop-ups. There's a different problem every day that we have to solve. You have to solve it. I have to solve it. Everybody's got different problems each day, but we're going to have problems every day. And then we have to just decide how do we attack those problems. And the best way to do that is as a team, right? So let's work on those things going into next year and see if we can do a little bit better with working on the team atmosphere. And I promise you, you work as a cohesive unit and things will get better for each person personally. I promise you that. That's just how it goes. Hope you guys have a good week. One more big week until the big holiday break. We've been much busier than normal, which is great. So we got one more big push. Let's deal with the Imerys situation for one more week, and let's hope they can get everything rectified during the holidays, and then we'll start fresh coming back next year. Hope you guys have a great week. Thanks.